Welcome to Tasty Healthy Shit, the brand new cooking TV show where I'm going to show you how to cook tasty, healthy shit from scratch, easily, simply, with very little ingredients, which takes very little time, definitely less time than it would take for you to sit on your arse and order a Just Eat. So let's get cracking. So here's our ingredients for today. I'm gonna make this for 2 people. My cameraman, Adam, is gonna indulge in this meal with us. So it's either for 2 people in a nice decent sized portion, or you could probably stretch this to 3 meals as well. Here's our simple ingredients for today. Garlic, onion, we cook in coconut oil. I always do, just a small teaspoon, if not slightly less. We've got some passata, some coconut microwave rice. We've also got microwave veg as well. It's just simple, it's easy, which means you can make things quicker. We've got some lean beef mince, some sticky rice, again microwaved, and we've got some garlic, cumin, and gluten-free soy sauce. Now, putting all this together is going to be super simple. It might look like a lot, but it's not really. And it will take you a lot less time than what it would if you've got everything ready and out in terms of the prep, the cooking time. In fact, we're going to set a timer and tell you by the end of the video just how long this really does take. So, without further ado, let's get cracking and I'll talk you through every bit. Put the pan on a low to medium heat. Now, chop our onion. Just finely chop. This is how I chop an onion. It's now fancy, it's now special. I'm not a chef. I would describe myself as an alright cook. Take all the skin off the onion. I like red onion. I think there's a lot of flavour to it. You can use regular onion as well. Thinly slice the red onion. Coconut oil. I feel it's the best oil to cook in because it's one of those oil that maintains its good properties at high temperatures. Yes, it's calorific, so you don't want to use a lot of it, but a little splash, I always say like half a teaspoon, you know, probably at the most, you know, so just that's a half a teaspoon in there, you know, and that's maybe about 30 calories, 40 calories, if that. Then, once we've got this melted in the pan, we're going to add the onion and we're going to squeeze some fresh garlic into the pan. That's our base. Adam just asked a very good question actually. He said, can you not taste the coconut as you're cooking the meals? Does it not taste coconutty? And actually, no, it doesn't. I've been using coconut oil for 10 years now, and when you first smell it, it smells quite coconutty, but once you're cooking with it, it just gives it a nice little texture and a very, very even, I'd say mild tinge of it, if anything. But I wouldn't say that you could taste the coconut in your cooking. Just consider it just like any other regular oil. So, here we go. All the onion heading in now. So, after the onion's been spread out a bit, we'll hoy the fresh garlic in. Again, I don't tend to measure and weigh things when it comes to cooking. I know a lot of people do, but the easiest thing is just grab a bit of this and grab a bit of that. In terms of an onion, 1 onion, what have I got here? 3 fresh garlic cloves. I like, to be fair, a nice strong taste of garlic. Not ridiculously strong, but I think garlic really contributes to the flavour of a meal, and it's actually a base in a lot of cooking as well. Sometimes you can taste it strongly depending on what else you put in, but it just gives a lovely texture and flavour to food. So 3 garlic cloves, fresh garlic cloves, squeezed and crushed, mixed into this base of a very simple onion and garlic base. In between shots here, I'm just washing my hands and getting rid of the onion peel and the garlic stuff. Just makes it easier. Wash as you go and always keep your hands super clean and fresh. Don't be a dirty bugger. Browning off this onion and garlic now. As it starts to slightly change colour and go a little bit smaller, we shall add in the mince and brown off the mince before we add a little bit more spices and some passata and tamari just to flavour this, and then we'll throw everything in the microwave. I estimate that this meal will probably take 15 to 20 minutes to actually sit down, till actual sit down time. Now let's clear a pathway for the mince. Literally, here's what we'll do. Straight in, 1 full bit of mince. It's as simple as that. We'll start mixing it. This is 5% fat lean mince from Lidl. Lidl usually does some pretty decent grass-fed stuff when it comes to their red meat. So Aldi and Lidl are good shouts, much better than your typical supermarkets like your Morrison's or your Asda, which I think are a bit crap for meat. I would always go to like a decent farm, ideally an organic farm, free range farm, or Aldi and Lidl are actually pretty good with their meat, to be fair. The quality's usually good, the taste's good. It's actually not too expensive as well. Mixing all this in just till it gets lightly browned off, continuously mixing everything in the same pan, tossing, tossing, tossing. Hey, I might not get great marks for presentation, but for taste and ease, I'm pretty good in those areas. So as this is mostly browning off now, I've turned the heat down just a little bit because you don't want to cook it too fast. Food is usually always better when you cook it a little bit slower, especially meat, because it kind of tenderizes better, and just texture wise it'll usually turn out better. So I've turned the heat down a little bit. It was on a sort of low to medium heat. I've now just turned it to a low once it's all browned through. We're going to add a little bit more spice. We're going to add some cumin spice. Now again, how much? It doesn't fucking matter. Just lay it on. Just lay it on, unless you like your food really spicy. I just tell you what I think. Along with a little bit extra powdered garlic. You can't have too much garlic. Again, not too much, just a little bit over the top. Now I can smell it. I can smell the cumin. I can smell the spices. I'm just going to mix this in. Then I'm going to add 2 more things. And then I'm going to start with the microwave stuff. And I'm going to leave this to simmer and cook for about another 6 to 8 minutes in the sauce. And that will make for a pretty tasty meal. Me and Adam are cooking this for lunch today, but you could cook this for a tea. Or lunch, probably not a breakfast thing, probably not for most, but I have had steak and nuts for breakfast several times over the years, but this is more than likely going to be an evening meal for somebody. So here we are, this is more or less all browned off now. We are going to add in some tamari, which is gluten-free soy sauce. If you follow me for a while, you know I'm on a mostly gluten-free diet just because it makes you feel better. Gluten is not good for the gut, it's not good for the health. It has basically no health benefits. It will often make you feel tired, lethargic, bloated. It's present in 90% of supermarket foods, present in bread and all kinds of stuff. So I just add a good little dollop of the gluten-free soy sauce, which will flavour this nicely. We're going to add in the passata, which is sieved tomatoes. And we're just going to let this simmer for 5 to 7 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes. Probably set Alexa on for 5 to be fair. Whilst we just hide the microwave rice and veg in. I've actually put 2 packets of rice here, but we're only going to use one. Here we go, we're going to add the passata in now, which is sieved tomatoes. I would probably add about half a small tub into this. Enough to cover, maybe a little bit more. You don't want to drown it, but you want enough in so it soaks all of the meat. Little bit by little bit, give it a mix. Once it's all coated, and let it simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. We'll set a little timer, and we'll finish off the microwave stuff, and then we'll be ready to eat. Pretty simple. All right, this is all coated now. Alexa, set a timer for 6 minutes.
6 minutes, 7 minutes.
Well, Alexa never says my name. Says Tracy's name. Recognise her. Never says my name. All right. Next, frozen veg. These are just bird's eye ones. There's loads out there. They take 2 to 3 minutes each. Ease. Bang them in the microwave. Always be getting your veg up. So we'll keep stirring every 30 seconds to a minute. Just keep it moving. Again, we're on low heat, so we're just letting this slightly simmer through. Keep mixing. Keep it warm. Keep it hot. Keep it cooking. And as I've been making this video, the missus has walked through the door. So now this is not going 2 ways, it's going 3 ways. So this is splitting between 3 people, which we're clearly very fucking happy about, aren't we? Yeah, Adam, yeah. Oh, hi, darling. That's simmering away nicely. Got a few minutes left on the Alexa timer before we're ready to serve this. In the meantime, we got 3 bags of veg going in at 2 minutes each. And we're also just going to literally put that, I like the coconut rice, I like the taste of that. Microwave rice is so convenient. A little slit in the top, stick it in for 2 minutes, Bob's your uncle. Why did it say that? Why did it say Bob's your uncle?
Fanny's your aunt.
And Fanny's your aunt. Why did it say that? As you can see, it's now starting to get, even though it's on low heat, it's starting to bubble through. You've got to keep mixing it, keep moving it. It will bring out the flavour with a little bit extra time, cooked on slow. Again, I ain't a chef, I'm just a cook. There's probably better ways to do this, which or more tasty. I know a few guys who are very, very, very good cooks, if not chefs. But I know how to make things taste good. Not necessarily maybe look good, but I know how to make things taste good and do them healthy and do them fairly quick as well. Alexa, how long's left on the timer? You have 1 minute left on your 6-minute timer. All right, Alexa. All right. Alexa, stop. So that's the 6-minute timer done. We've got a couple of minutes left with getting the rice in and getting the veg ready. We're splitting this 3 ways. We've got 2 different styles of rice here. Now it's going 3 ways. We've got the coconut rice and the VT sticky rice. It's like jasmine kind of rice. It's really nice actually. So we'll do 2 rice between 3 people, which is more than enough. Alexa, where did Bob's your uncle come from? Alexa, turn up the volume.
Dr. Carl William Wolff created the first multivitamin in the 1930s. During his stay in China between 1917 and 1927, he was exposed to experiences in which he observed the role of vitamins and nutrients in general health.
Oh, that has no relevance to what I asked at all. Dishing it up. Dishing it up. Bloody hell.
Tracy, what are we rating Luke's presentation skills out of 10?
It's actually alright, that actually.
Yeah? What are you giving out of 10?
Actually, I'll probably give it about a 7.
7. Fucking bang average then. Fucking bang average. Well, here we go. Just need season with salt and pepper, and there we have timer. 26 minutes. But bear in mind, we have had to split this 3 ways, not 2. So I reckon for average 20-22 minutes, and you'll be sitting on the table eating it. So not long at all. This has been tasty, healthy shit, and we are looking forward to our lunch. See you on the next one. If you'd like to learn how to create outstanding levels of energy, motivation, and self-control, my second book, Supercharged, the modern day guide to doing exactly that, is out now.